Antarctica. It's a place with 0 people, 0 countries, and 0 time zones. The southernmost point of the world is also one of the least explored. Only 5% of the continent has been explored. It has temperatures which can reach as cold as minus 130 degrees Fahrenheit. But over the years, many mysterious and frankly scary discoveries have been made here. From unexplainable fossils and alien skulls, to an actual desert in Antarctica. Pyramids. You may think that pyramids are only found in Egypt, but really different forms of pyramids have been found all over the world, and they can be traced back to many ancient civilizations. The most mysterious pyramids in the world, however, are those found in Antarctica. For many years, researchers have talked about Antarctica's pyramids. Currently, there are 5 known pyramids in Antarctica. Some say this is proof of a proto-civilization. They believe that an ancient civilization of snow-dwelling people built these pyramids. Others believe it could be a natural rock formation with ice and snow on it. But a natural pyramid this perfect has not been found anywhere else in the world. You can see these pyramids for yourself on Google Earth. If a civilization of people did not make these, then how did they form? They're in a perfect pyramid shape that you simply don't see with any other natural mountains around the world. It was announced that soon a special expedition for these pyramids will occur. Hopefully the researchers can get up close and personal, and we may soon find the true origins behind Antarctica's pyramids. Mars meteorite. One of the best places to find meteorites is Antarctica. It's a very large area of land, meaning that lots land there. It's also very open and bright, so it's easy to track them down. But in 2015, NASA and Stanford University scientists in Antarctica were blown away. That's because they found a 13-year-old potato-sized meteorite from Mars. Inside the meteorite was fossilized samples of ancient microbes. These have come all the way from Mars. To obtain these on a Mars mission would cost billions of dollars. But thanks to this meteorite from the red planet, we got them for next to nothing. Unknown creature. One day, American archaeologists were at a depth of 1,100 feet. That's when they made a seriously scary discovery. They found an unknown creature which they could not identify. It did not look like any other living creature we know today. It appeared to have the head and mouth of a gigantic fish, but its body was like a scaly, spiky snake. The creature was very large, at around 8 feet. It had a retracting jaw and protruding bones. Biologists were totally confused and had no idea what this was. And today we're not much closer to determining what this is. Right now it's not classified as any animal because we simply don't know its origins. Some believe this could be an alien creature, but I'm not so sure. I think it's likely a rare fossil of a creature we hadn't seen before. After all, these fossils could have been millions of years old. Elongated skulls. All over the world, elongated skulls have been found. They're a mystery in and of themselves. But no one expected to discover some in Antarctica. That's because it was thought that the place was previously not occupied by anyone. But in 2014, these elongated skulls were found. These were the first human remains ever found in Antarctica. Elongated skulls have also been found in Egypt and Peru. Remember, these are both ancient civilizations which had pyramids. And this backs up the theory of Antarctic pyramids. These skulls are formed using rituals by ancient cultures. They used various methods to extend a human skull from a young age. They did this as they thought that the larger your skull is, the smarter you are. Some experts say this means that Antarctica, Africa, and South America could all be linked somehow. That's because these skulls have been found on all 3 of these continents. The archaeologist who found these said they will make us reconsider our views on the history of mankind as a whole. Tanks. In 2015, something mysterious was found by a Google Maps user. They were looking around Antarctica when they found something strange. They saw what appeared to be 4 tanks lined up. There was also an object which looks like it had crashed into the snow. You can see where it had made an impact and then skidded in the snow. There are a few theories here. Some believe that a UFO could have crashed in the snow. These 4 tanks were then sent out to investigate. Although these images were discovered in 2015, they were taken in 2012. If we were to look at this map scaled, we can tell that the object is a size of 204 feet wide. It's also likely around 40 feet tall. What do you think this actually is? Some believe it could be part of Operation Tarabin. This was a secret British Antarctic expedition. Right now it's believed that the USA, the UK and Russia have secret expeditions in the continent. But just based on these satellite images, I really can't tell what's going on here. And although many have shared their theories online, it remains one of Antarctica's greatest mysteries. Frozen ship. In 1914, explorers tried to cross Antarctica from one side to the other. This was known as the Imperial Transatlantic Expedition. There were 2 ships, one named Endurance and one named Aurora. But ironically, Endurance got stuck in the ice and was crushed. Thankfully, the crew of the ship got out in a lifeboat. They then trekked through massive ice plains before reaching a whaling station where they got help. Amazingly, all 28 people on the Endurance ship survived, but Endurance remains frozen in the Antarctic ice to this day. Unusual creature. In 2009, something amazing was found by archaeologists in Antarctica. They found that inside some ice was the petrified remains of an unusual animal. This unique creature was the size of a cat. It was a mammal, which would make it the only other mammal except for the platypus to lay eggs. The creature was previously unknown and lived 250 million years ago. It's believed it's a native from South Africa. But when South Africa got too hot, it migrated to Antarctica, where it was more cool. This was back when these 2 continents were connected in the supercontinent Pangaea. It's amazing that this fossil was the only animal which survived the species' mass extinction. Blood waterfall. If you saw a red waterfall in the Antarctic ice, you would imagine you were having a hallucination. But no, there really is a blood waterfall which flows red liquid. This flows out of the Taylor Glacier in Antarctica. For many years, it was not known what caused the red color. But eventually researchers found it was a high level of iron oxide in the water causing this. The source of this is an ice-covered lake miles away. The lake has an unusually high level of salinity. This means that it has much more salt than normal water. Desert. You may think that Antarctica is all snow, but that's actually not true. In fact, there's a real-life desert in the continent. These are known as the Dry Valleys. This barren land was discovered in 1903. Thanks to the valley's low humidity, there is no snow. All there is rocks, sand and barren land. There has not been rain in the dry valleys for more than 2 million years. The reason for this is the strong winds here. If you went here, you'd likely blow away. That's because the speed of the wind is around 200 miles per hour here. These winds eventually heat up thanks to the speed, and they evaporate any ice, snow or water. NASA do many Mars rover tests in the dry valleys. That's because it's the Earth environment that most closely resembles Mars. Perfect ice slab. You may think this looks like Photoshop or Minecraft in real life, but in Antarctica there is a perfectly rectangular iceberg. This iceberg fractured from Larsen C, which is a large ice shelf in 2018. Researchers say that this does sometimes happen naturally. The reason why it's such a perfect shape is because it's in contact with the ocean floor. This means there's no friction controlling how it breaks up, so you see very sharp angles. Fossils. Did you know that dinosaurs used to live in Antarctica? It's true, for around 40 years, dinosaur fossils have been being found in the continent. These belonged to flying dinosaurs and also marine dinosaurs too. Some of these date back to more than 200 million years ago. This is possible because Antarctica used to be in a much warmer place on Earth. It used to be where South America is today. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the most mysterious thing in Antarctica. If you want some more amazing videos, check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.